My word is Eb. It stands for exceedingly, abundantly, and beyond. This is a word that we talk about out of the Bible in Ephesians. There's a verse that says God is able to do exceedingly, abundantly, beyond all we can ask or imagine. And this year, I have found God is doing that through the lives of people, including the many people on this video, and just the friends and the new family members that God's added to us, both spiritually and in reality. I've adopted a baby, lots of new friends, the church is growing, we're seeing people delivered, all types of things, and just finding joy together in the Lord. And to me, that is exceedingly, abundantly beyond what I imagined this year.
So my word for this year is Kira, because we were able to adopt her this year, and she is now a part of our lives, and that was unexpected and not something we were planning on or knew about, but God had a wonderful plan.
I chose the word content because I have been known in my life to not be content in the season that I'm in, and now I am.
My word is saved, because everybody at the Beat Church has saved me from a dark place.
The word we chose was friends, because through God we found friends who we can trust and we can hang out with without feeling like we're disrespecting God or anything like that.
Okay, so the word I chose is insight. God has given me a lot of insight this year. He's given me a vision for my life and direction. He's given me some great perspective, including just his compassion for all of us, his love for everyone, and then perseverance. That's kind of my last little inclusion word in insight, to persevere, to whenever God gives you insight into a situation, to just persevere and trust Him.
The word that I chose is companion, because this year I've really learned that God is a pretty cool companion, that He's been there for me and I thought no one else could be. And also I've made a lot of companions and friendships, so it kind of has a twofold, and I just really like this word. Really thankful for the Beat Church that I found it, to God.
So my word that I chose is saved. I truly believe that God and His church has definitely saved my marriage through this year.
My word is trust. Even though I've only been to the Beat Church for a couple of months, I've learned to not only trust people when it comes to getting rides from people when they say they're going to be there at a certain time, but I learned to trust God because He's working it out, and that's His way of teaching me that things aren't always going to happen on my time, but on His time. And I know I didn't write patience down, but that patience falls into the same category. So I learned to trust and have patience.
I chose the word walking because it's very important to me to be able to go out and exercise. And I moved here last year in March, and I couldn't walk last summer because of the heat and humidity, which I was not used to. So this year, with God's goodness and grace, I've been able to walk all summer, and I really enjoy walking.
One.
My word for this year is relational. God is relational. He cares about our hearts. He wants a relationship with us. And this word has spoken to me more and more this year than any other year.
My word is love. Because that's what this past year has really meant, is love. Finding out that God loves me and how I love God, and finding a group of people that love me and that I love, and I just keep using the word love over and over again. But that's what God has meant to me in this last year.
Okay, so through this last year, God has shown me that I can be confident in His provision, not just with our money, with our finances coming in, but also with having friends and health. And so it's just been a really good year for God to show His provision.
My word is faithfulness, and throughout this past year, my wife and I, we went through a lot of different trials and different just growth opportunities, and whether it was financial, emotional, even just being able to have vision and purpose for the future, for life. One thing through this whole year that I've learned about God is His faithfulness, that He was able to show up emotionally, financially, and able to show up even in the midst of our insecurity and our fear. And that's probably the biggest word from this past year.